How is North Africa's geopolitics influencing migration trends? Have you ever wondered how the political and economic situations in North Africa shape migration? The region, which includes countries like Algeria, Libya, Morocco, and Tunisia, plays a significant role in migration patterns. Each of these countries faces unique challenges that impact how people move within and outside the region. Economic hardship is a major factor driving migration. In Tunisia, for instance, nearly half of the population is considering leaving due to dissatisfaction with the economy and limited job opportunities. This trend is not isolated. Morocco and Lebanon also show high levels of interest in emigration. In contrast, countries with more stable economies, like Kuwait, report much lower migration desires. Young and educated individuals are particularly eager to seek better opportunities abroad, highlighting the pressures of demographics and economic conditions in the region. Political instability and security issues further complicate the migration landscape. Libya, for example, is experiencing ongoing conflict and weak governance, creating unsafe conditions that push people to migrate, often through perilous routes toward Europe. The porous borders in some areas make it easier for smuggling networks to operate, increasing the risks associated with irregular migration. North Africa also acts as a transit zone for migrants from sub-Saharan Africa who aim to reach Europe. Migration flows within Africa often tend to be seasonal and temporary, with economic hubs like Morocco attracting migrants from neighboring countries. However, recent reports indicate that irregular migration to Europe from North Africa has decreased. Spain, for example, has seen fewer irregular arrivals in early 2025 compared to previous years. This decline may be linked to improved border controls and regional cooperation efforts. Environmental factors, such as drought and resource scarcity, also influence migration decisions. Countries bordering the Sahel region face these environmental challenges, which intersect with political and economic issues, creating complex migration patterns. Regional organizations like the African Union and the Economic Community of West African States promote freedom of movement within certain areas. However, the geopolitical fragmentation in North Africa limits effective integration. The absence of comprehensive regional governance and coordination on migration policies often leads to inconsistent approaches in managing migration flows. In practical terms, North Africa's geopolitical situation affects migration in several ways. It drives high immigration desires due to economic and political instability. It creates transit corridors for migrants from sub-Saharan Africa heading to Europe. It increases the risks of irregular migration through weak border controls and smuggling networks. It influences migration routes and destinations based on changing security and economic conditions. Lastly, it impacts regional cooperation, efforts aimed at managing migration and protecting migrants. Understanding these geopolitical influences is essential for addressing migration challenges effectively. Balancing security concerns with humanitarian needs and economic development goals is key for policymakers and stakeholders in the region.